designer life or that hustling life or that, you know, scamming life. Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. Ooh, she catching up, she catching up. If you're new to my channel, welcome guys. My name is Brittany and you are watching an episode of Vlogmas. So happy Vlogmas. I got a lot of good feedback of my Vlogmas from yesterday when I did my chit chat reinstalling my wig video, and so I was requested to do another chit chat video. As you guys can tell from the title of the video, this is going to be about my journey moving to Atlanta, Georgia, and also my experience of what I've gone through while living here in Atlanta. Okay, I'm actually doing something different on my channel, which is a mukbang. I've never done a mukbang or anything like that before. I actually don't like hearing people chew, so this is gonna be interesting. But yeah guys, if you want to be a part of the squad and you want more real talks like this, just hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you click the bell so you know when I post a video. Okay, all right y'all, so y'all, I ordered from Shake Shack. I don't know if there's a Shake Shack in your city. Comment below if there is, and if there isn't, I feel bad. I feel bad for you, sir. I love me some Shake Shack. What I ordered was fries, chicken sandwich. Gotta have their lemonade, child. Gotta have their lemonade. Cheese sauce for the fries, y'all. I wrote everything down and I had people send me questions and stuff, and I just grouped it all together. Hold on, y'all. Let me pray. I say grace. Thank the Lord. Okay, the first thing I wanted to talk about is my background of moving to Atlanta, just so that you guys can get like a clear understanding of my situation, because everybody's situation is different, obviously. So next year in 2021 it will make 3 years since I've been in Georgia. Now, to keep it a buck, I've moved to Georgia before and I've only stayed there for like a year or so. I've only stayed there for a year or so. The reason why is because I got pregnant and I wanted to be back home with my family to give birth and stuff. So that's the only reason why I moved out of Atlanta. That's the only reason why. But consecutively, I've lived here for almost 3 years. And the reason why I moved to Atlanta is, I don't know if y'all been to Massachusetts, but I was born and raised in Massachusetts. Ain't nothing out there. Why you moved to Atlanta? Massachusetts, like, it's so different. It's so different. It was either gonna be LA or Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta because I just feel like I have at least one uncle that lived here, and he's always said that I should move here, so I did it. I moved to Atlanta with no family, 3 kids, and my fiance. That's it. No moving company. He drove the U-Haul. I drove the car full of 3 kids. We did not stop. We drove 1,000 miles from Massachusetts to Atlanta. Period. I have no regrets though. No regrets. I love it here. Love it here. Do you like living in Atlanta? Yes, I love living in Atlanta. I said that just now, but yes, I absolutely love living here. At first when I moved here, it was all about like being in the mix, like the city. Like, you guys know Atlanta has a good nightlife. It's a big city. It's a popping city. Club life, you know what I'm saying? But Atlanta has so much more to offer, especially to the black community. Atlanta has so much more to offer to the black culture, because Massachusetts, y'all, I don't see many CEOs or people driving around with nice cars or anything like that. When they say Black Hollywood, I get where they're coming from when they say that about Atlanta, because it has so much to offer. And when you see black people owning businesses, living in mansions, driving cars, you may not know, yes, no one knows how they got there, their whole story, but just to see that that could happen is like all I needed. For real, that's all I needed. Also, I like Atlanta because they're always building. Like, if you live in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they're always building something. Like I said before, Atlanta is the most developing city I've ever been in. One day you'll see a blank canvas of land. The next minute, there's a whole shopping mall on that shit. There's a shopping mall, everything on there. It's like they are so fast with developing stuff. They build schools, apartments, jobs, like warehouses. Like they build so much, so it's like endless moolah. Is it hard moving to Atlanta or living in Atlanta? I'm gonna break it down for y'all real quick. You see a lot of celebrities, you see a lot of YouTubers, you see a lot of influencers moving into Atlanta, and it's seeming like so quick. Like as soon as they move in, they got a big ass nice apartment, they got, you know, they get a car, like they just get stuff quick. Sometimes that's not the reality of your life, you know what I'm saying? Like even mine, like, you know, you gotta, like, you're looking at stuff online, but you gotta like see the reality of things. It's not hard to move in Atlanta or live in Atlanta as long as you live up to your means, and that's just anywhere in my opinion, but especially Atlanta because it's so glitz and glam and Black Hollywood and like really like amped up. But when you get here, a lot of people fail and they go right back where they came from because they're not like living in their means in a big city. It's very quick to get caught up in the hype of Atlanta and you not like doing what you're supposed to be doing and focusing. No, it's not hard to move here because when I moved here, I got a job before I even came to Atlanta. First thing first. One thing about me, she gonna always get a job and she gonna always keep a job, or if she don't like that job, she knows she can get another one. Before I even moved here, I made sure I had a job. I secured a job and I had my interview. Atlanta is so used to people moving in and out of their city. They don't mind doing anything over the phone. You can secure your apartment, you can secure a job over the phone. You do not have to be here to secure those things. So that's what makes the easy part of Atlanta, because you don't have to secure those things. But I made sure I got a job before I came out to Atlanta. And I will say this, if you have any type of dining experience or beauty experience, you should, or sales experience, you should be able to find a job very fast, especially if you're a server. And I think that just goes anywhere, but I say Atlanta because there's a lot of restaurants, clubs, nightclubs, like lounges looking for waitresses. So you can easily get a job out here if you have dining experience. It may not be your wish job or like your career, but it's something to start off with. And trust me, you're gonna end up making some money anyway, because serving out here, restaurants, you know, they don't close to like 2 a.m. With certain places that I used to live at up north, the restaurants be closed at like 11. Here, restaurants, not clubs, restaurants alone close at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. So you're bound to make some money. But I would suggest you get like a bartending job or like a waitress job to start off with, because at least you're gonna guarantee to start right away, and you're gonna start making money right away. So even if you have to train, your training will be like a week, and most of the time it's paid. You don't have to wait 3-4 weeks for a paycheck, you know? As far as the beauty industry, I would wait to move here to start paying booth rent, but there are places paying hourly if you're licensed. So like Amazing Lash Studio, European Wax Center, what's that other one, Massage Envy, places like that where cosmetologists and estheticians are allowed to work there as long as they're licensed and get paid hourly. So they're always hiring. They're always hiring. Call centers, whatever. If you don't have that type of experience, do call centers, something like that, because they're always hiring. There's plenty of jobs here. You do not have to be here to get hired here. You just have to make sure you make the interview. I mean, or if they're willing to do a virtual interview, then that works too. But just make sure you're applying for these jobs, be ready to go, because I done had so many opportunities and I wasn't ready to move yet, and they're like, well, we need you here, so if you can't be here, then call us when you get here. That's what they're on. Now, when it comes to an apartment, I would say it's easy to move to an apartment out here, because they'll take offer letters if you haven't even started working yet. They'll take that. So if you have something that says you'll be making this amount of money at this job, they'll take that. Sign your lease, everything is sent through your email. So you sign your lease over the internet. It's nothing, you don't have to come in and pay your security deposit or whatever until like you actually move in. I know some places where it's like you gotta do first, last, and security and all that. Typically when you move into an apartment, you don't have to do that out here. Normally it's a security deposit, and depending on your credit, It could be up to 1 month's rent. It could be a little less. It depends on like that apartment, but for apartments normally it's like $500 like security deposit, like the most I've paid. When it comes to apartment hunting, make sure you do that 60 days before you move here. I don't care what nobody tell you, because a lot of times apartments go like this. People are able to lease their apartment prior to them moving here, makes these apartments go quick. So if you're just saying, well, I'm just wait to see, no. If you really like an apartment and you really like the reviews and you just really feeling the place, you Google the area, you feeling it, so what if you didn't get to go there physically? But if you're really wanting an apartment, apply for it and secure it, because trust me, it will not be there the next time you decide to move there, or it won't be available during that time, because these apartments go like this, they go fast. So next question, daycare and schools. This is to my parents, because I'm a parent as well. And I will tell y'all, like I said, my fiance and I moved out here by ourselves. He has siblings that moved out here, and I have my sister that moved out here as well. But everyone works, everyone has different schedules, so you know, it's still not that easy. I will say this, when you're moving, you have to have the mindset of doing this ish by yourself. Just know when you're moving, it doesn't matter if you have family or friends or not with you, just make sure you are hustling every day and getting out there and grinding in the big city to make it, and doing this for yourself. Because trust me, it doesn't matter if you have family or not, it all depends on you. I ended up doing care.com. I like care.com because it shows like background checks, reviews. It really gets like the whole profile of that person. You're allowed to conduct interviews with that person. So I mean, care.com is the route that we went. For a while also we worked staggering schedules, meaning he would do like morning shift and I would do like 9 shift somewhere. But we did use a babysitter through care.com for that. We never really used daycare. Now I will say Georgia allows your child to go to school for free if they are in preschool. So preschool is free, but I think the preschool age starts at like 4, and we have a 2-year-old, so you know, we still need a babysitter. So we went through care.com for our babysitter. I love her. We don't use her anymore because I'm working from home, but when we did, she was awesome. The lemonade is so bomb. I don't know what's in it, child, but it's so good. Okay, someone asked, what is the job market like there? The job market in Atlanta, like I said, is pretty good in my opinion. There's plenty of jobs here, anywhere from call center, health field, beauty industry, serving industry, warehouse, all of it. And what's cool about Atlanta as well, there's also like media jobs. So like if you want to work in the TVs, if you want to work at a TV network, or if you want to, of course you might have to go to school for those things and have a degree in it, but those jobs are available out here. I've met a girl who I used to do lashes for, and she worked for the TV networks. You know what I mean? Like she got up every morning, did the news. So like there's a lot of jobs out here. I think the job market is great. You just have to hustle for your job. Like if you go apply for a job, don't sit there and the week goes by like they ain't call me back, so I guess they don't want me. No, like they got millions of applications. This is a big ass city. There's millions of applications. Go after that job. Call them, or go in person. That's what I did, child. Making friends in Atlanta. Okay, so this topic right here, this question right here, I'm gonna have to be 100 with y'all. I'm gonna have to be fully 100 with y'all. Making friends in Atlanta is tricky because you have to make sure the people who you are trying to make friends with, or the people that you meet, share the same values as you. I'm not gonna say there's a lot of fake people, because I don't think these people are like necessarily fake, but there's a lot of people who might not have the same values as you. If you want to go out to the club, if you want to go out to the lounge, I'm pretty sure you got plenty of people to call that live here, because this is hookah city, y'all. This hookah city, this lounge city, this stripper city, like it's lit. But you just want to make sure you share the right values when you're looking for friendships. That designer life, or that hustling life, or that, you know, scamming life. But to answer your question, no, it's not hard to make friends in Atlanta. I just think that you should be able to find friends, or find friends that share the same value as you. I think anywhere that takes a long time. It doesn't just take like quick. I just think that anywhere, it doesn't matter where you live, that takes time. How does living in a big city affect your business? I know a lot of people have said that living in Atlanta, it's saturated with like hairstylists, lash stylists, and estheticians. That may be true, but that's like not true. You have to think that the city of Atlanta is small, but they have about 15 to 16 metro cities around it. People who are from Atlanta or live in Atlanta know what I'm talking about. Atlanta's in the center, and then you have all these cities around it that are still considered the metro area because they're about like 20 to 30 minutes from the city. You have to think, if I live in Alpharetta, which is like north, if I live in Alpharetta, no one's gonna want to travel all the way to the south side to get their nails done, or to get their lashes done, or get a wig done. Some people might, you know, some people might, but most of the time, no one's gonna want to travel that far. So there's a lot of hairstylists and estheticians and cosmetologists out here, but they're not in just one place. They're like everywhere. There's a million hairstylists, lash stylists, but trust me, try to book one. You won't be able to book one. Hair braiders, child, it's hard. They're hard to find, even though there's a million of them, because they're always booked, or they're not traveling to you, or they live too far, or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't listen to that whole saturated thing, because you can find clientele. This place is a big city. You can find clientele. And the last question is, what areas are good in Atlanta? Now, I can't answer this fully because everyone's different. It's a preference. I can tell you personally that I've never lived on like the south side of Atlanta. So, meaning I've never lived below the airport. So I've never lived Riverdale, College Park. I've never lived below the airport. I've always lived like up north. You have Sandy Springs, you have Dunwoody, you have Duluth, you have Buckhead, you have Tucker, Chamblee, like all those places I've lived in. It really is your preference. I would suggest, if you have a job or if you're going to school, you should live within 20 minutes to that place. And actually, some jobs won't even hire you if you live too far, because they're not going to hear the excuse of there's traffic. Because one thing about Atlanta, there's traffic every day, all day. There's morning traffic, noon traffic, holiday traffic, raining traffic, club traffic, holiday traffic. It's always traffic here. But yeah, guys, I hope this video was informative, and if I talked too much or I left out some questions, just let me know. Comment below. Y'all be watching my videos, but y'all don't be commenting. It wasn't many questions, but I just wanted to give you guys my background, because I love living in Atlanta. Like I said, this is the most place that I've ever seen where my background, my community, my race is just giving me so much inspiration. And the houses out here, like there's places where you go and you drive out to and there's nothing but beautiful mansions. There's always restaurants to go eat at. There's always something to do with the kids. There's always something to do out here. Like, that's why I love it. And you can even move 30 minutes, 40 minutes away from the city and still come out here every day. So I love it here. I love it here, and I don't have any regrets. It is hard. It is hard, but I'm a loner. And one thing about me is I don't mind being away from my family. Like, I don't mind moving away from my family. I love them and there's nothing wrong with them, but I like coming here and being able to, you know, take advantage of the opportunities that's in this city, because there's so many of them. But yeah, guys, I barely ate my food and I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna end the Vlogmas here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this chit chat video with me. And like I said, if you have any more questions that I didn't mention in this video, just comment them down below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in my next Vlogmas. Bye.